What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be seeing what every Super Smash Bros. Brawl character would look like if they were in real life. So let's get into the video. Starting off, we have Mario and Luigi. Now, I included both these characters together because they're basically the same. They are both middle-aged Italian plumbers, and I don't really understand how either of these characters have much time for plumbing, especially when Mario's having to rescue Peach all the time. Next up, we have Link and Toon Link, and since they're the same character, Toon Link's just a younger version of Link, we have them in the same category. Fortunately, there's not really any good matches for Link nowadays, since his main weapons are swords and a bow and arrow. Ever since the invention of guns and nuclear weapons, swords and bow and arrows have kind of been tossed off to the side. Since Link is made up from a fake humanoid race that doesn't exist in real life, we don't really have anyone to compare him to. Next up, we have Samus and Zero Suit Samus, essentially the same character, just different costumes. On Google it says Samus is the most part human and possibly the most powerful human in terms of battle capacity, though this is partially due to the fact that she is a human fused with Kozo DNA, so basically a human on steroids in real life. I could definitely see Samus in the military. The high range of weapons Samus has and the newer technology that Samus possesses and the overall strength of the character would definitely give Samus a high rank in the military. Next up, we have Marth. Now, Marth is basically your everyday run-of-the-mill prince, though I think Marth probably did more fighting in battle than any prince would nowadays. Next up, we have another character of royal blood, Zelda, who is a princess, and we're including Sheik in this category with Zelda, not really because Sheik and Zelda are together in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but really because Sheik is just Zelda pretending to be a male so she can escape from Ganondorf. Next up, we have Pit. Now, Pit is an angel, not a human, but does possess physical human characteristics. Now, most angels you probably think of have spiritual powers, but Pit doesn't have really any powers and only relies on man-made weapons such as his swords and his bow and arrow. Next up, we have Pokemon Trainer, just your average dude with a red ball cap. Next up, we have Ike. Ike is very handy with the sword, so I could see him being a swordsman. Up next, we have Snake. Now, there's two ways you could take this. You could take his name literally and actually mean the animal, the snake. Or more obviously, a military commander, which is his role in all of his video games. Next up, we have Peach, who is a princess just like Zelda. Unlike Zelda, she doesn't seem to be able to protect herself very well. So much that she has a middle-aged Italian plumber as her bodyguard. Next up, we have Ganondorf, and this could be a surprising one because before Ganondorf became this evil king, he was actually a nomad wandering in the wilderness. The next characters, however, are pretty obvious. It's the Ice Climbers, and it's pretty easy to tell these are Eskimos. Next up, we have Ness and Lucas. Now, aside from their magical powers, Ness and Lucas are just two little boys. One enjoys baseball, the other branches. Next up, we have Olimar, which is either a toddler or a midget with an astronaut helmet on. Then we have Wario, who's basically a creepy, small, slightly overweight human. Then we have Captain Falcon, who I would say is a very cool version of a pilot. Now it's time for our second category, animals. First up, we got Donkey Kong, which is really nothing more than a gorilla. Then we have Fox, which is a fox, obviously. Alright, I'm gonna start flying through some of these because they're pretty obvious because they're animals. They're just gonna be animals in the real world, so I'll get through this pretty quickly. We have Pikachu, which is a Pika or a very large rodent. Diddy Kong's a monkey or chimpanzee. Sonic's a hedgehog that's just extremely fast. Squirtle's a turtle. Ivysaur, a cross between a reptile and an amphibian. Charizard's a dragon. Falco's a falcon. Yoshi is a very small dinosaur. King Dedede's an obese bird. Wolf is a wolf. Then it's Lucario, which is said to be dog or wolf-like or even a little bit of raccoon in him. But if you ask me, he just looks like a kangaroo. And Bowser is a turtle with eyebrows. Next, we head on to our last category, other or random category. First up is Kirby, which is basically a big wad of bubble gum. Then Mr. Game & Watch, who I think would be a person's shadow. Meta Knight's basically a round, scary-looking bat. Rob is just a robot, and Jigglypuff reminds me of cotton candy. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Took me a while to make this one. Until next time, remember, Super Smash Bros. Brawl characters are based off of something, even if they are fictional. This is Joel Cook saying see you next time.